Hey, what's going on, guys? Mindakey7B here. Welcome back to another episode of NASCAR Thunder 2000. It's episode number 56 today for the 2001 Pepsi 400 here at Michigan International Speedway. We had pretty much a bedlam at Watkins Glen the last time we were racing around here anyway. Of course, you can see the brand new Outback car that we had, but of course, the sponsor really isn't Outback. So, of course, once again, just a reminder, of course, I put the Richmond International Raceway logo on the hood, but in order to make it more, you know, creative, I should say, like put Outback instead of the secondary and associate. I decided to put Outback on the primary as well, but of course it just won't say that. And of course, the Sledge and NASCAR Thunder 2000 logos on the side of the cars, of course, like always. 4 races to go for our next engine power upgrade. Of course, it's gonna can't wait for that. Need more straight line speed, especially for tracks like this in the future. In terms of cars, well, we really can't do anything at the moment. We're still waiting for engines and chassis to be repaired and overhauled for next race anyway. So definitely for sure, with another one being built. Where are we at in the point standings, you ask? We're at 16th in the standings now. Actually, we're climbing our way up in this NASCAR ranking at least. That's really good stuff to see. Jeff Burton is now the new point leader once again, being 43 points ahead of Rusty Wallace. Tony Stewart is trying to make himself get back up there as a back-to-back champion. So, we're once again, there's really not much to really discuss about this episode. We're going to try to go straight into it and see how we could do with Michigan. Alright, so I decided to go with a completely different direction with how I'm building my setups. I thought about it for a while, but the way I've been doing setups before is to make sure the tire wear is at the very low spot there. I feel like that's just not happening for me really well, because eventually I would just have, because in exchange for having the low tire wear, I would have zero handling. This setup has not really good amount of handling either, because, well, I'm focusing on top-end speed here, because this is a top-end speed track, but doing a few laps around with this setup I happen to find, it felt really good. I feel like we have a pretty good chance of a good finish here today, guys. Alright, so 15th, we match our qualifying effort, obviously. We're going, 202 down the front straightaway. Of course, we're just pushing it really hard because it's qualifying, of course. We were just almost able to make it stick the entirety of the corner, almost, before it slid. The tire slid right then and there. So that's pretty good stuff to see. This car is actually worse than the one that we ran earlier, because we saw the car rating's only 67. The previous race we've had in Michigan was 68, so we're actually dealing with a slightly worse car compared to the last time we went to Michigan. So I think I might have cracked something. I'm just more about trying to worry about cracking the code here. And we actually got a really good starting spot. We actually qualified 3rd in this race. Really nice for our Outback Steakhouse car. So yeah, the tire wear status, actually, usually I have it a lot lower, where I guess the E would be at. But of course, usually I don't have my suspension settings be this low, though. I usually never have my suspension settings this low. Usually I would have it more about at least here, no matter what, at least here. And I think I've just been doing this whole thing wrong this entire time, which it's understandable that I'm doing it wrong. I mean, I'm not perfect. But, maybe I should start, running those types of setups. I need more tire wear, be damned. Just to have a little bit more handling, you know what I'm saying? For future races, anyway. So that's what I'll probably do for the next 5 episodes. Starting with, Bristol, of course. So, we'll start how we do today.
Welcome, everyone, to Michigan International Speedway for MRN's coverage of the Pepsi 400. Michigan always produces some great racing. What do you think, Barney?
This track is wide and fast. We may even see some guys go 3 and even 4 wide. There are several grooves to choose from here at Michigan.
The Richmond International Raceway car has really focused in on his qualifying runs this year.
Yeah, but don't forget, Joe, it takes a lot of people working together to get that car starting in the top 10 every week.
Kyle Petty started racing in the Winston Cup Series back in 1979 at the age of 19.
You know, there's a lot of pressure on drivers in NASCAR, and you got to believe it's even heavier when your last name is Petty. So to come out and start banging fenders with these guys at age 19, you got to admire that.
Wally Dallenbach is not having the year he had hoped for so far.
Well, you're right. You can see the disappointment in his crew as well. These guys will bounce back, though. All they need is just one good finish to put their minds back on track.
All right, so the mission, get a good finish. Obviously, our primary sponsor is, of course, the same as it was last time, get like a top 25 or whatever. But we actually have to get ahead of Steve Park, because that's our associate sponsor objective. So we got 50 laps around here today, and we're under green here at Michigan International Speedway. We got John Andretti on the pole, and I'm being surrounded by Pontiacs, literally. The whole top 5 was nothing but Pontiacs. I mean, it goes to show like, that they are very strong in this game. Pontiac is just absolutely strong compared to Thunder 04 anyway. Pontiacs everywhere. They might as well just call it the NASCAR Pontiac series with all this has been running around anyway. So we fell to 5th. Obviously, we're not going to be that great. The main thing I'm worried about is that tachometer, of course. Make sure it doesn't go too far beyond 9,000. I decided to make 4th gear 0.98, so I can actually have a little bit more in the drafting sense. I probably would, if I had it set to like 1.1, I probably would have gotten the pole, but I didn't want to like blow my engine up. And oh my, it's actually really getting close to that 9,000 RPM race right out of the gate. So I'm just trying to be very patient and just stick with the draft here, because like we know this car can handle quite well. But of course the AI, of course, are still going to be absolutely fast no matter what we do. Because oh, wow, here comes Jeff Gordon. Is he finally trying to make his presence known in his career mode? The world may never know as Ricky Rudd dives down the inside and makes a pass as we overshoot the corner. Who's up next behind us? Looks like Sterling Marlin. All right. Like I said, we're going to be sticking with the draft here. Hopefully, for the most part, it'll be fine. Of course, the downforce is all the way pretty low because you need that straight line speed here. You just have to have it. Oh boy, I was at 9,000 there. I had to back out of the gas. So I probably should have maybe had it at 0.97, but oh well, it is what it is with that point. It's maybe make a little bit of contact with Sterling Marlin. We're trying to stay within the top 10, of course. That's what I'm really hoping for that sort of finish, is to make sure we just finish inside the top 10. Just lift and coast before each corner now. That's what I'm trying to do as well. I've just been trying to stick with these two for the last 2-3 laps. They're able to just pull away in some areas, but I'm just able to reel them back in. So that's why I'm trying to stay in that draft as long as I humanly can. Trying not to push the tires so much here anyways. I'm trying to let the car coast, and then back on the gas I go. But man, they're just pulling away on the corners. But I'm going to reel them back in on the straights here. But here comes Jeff Burton, point leader, I should say. Trying to reel me back in. Like I said, those corners are just really good for the AI, it seems. But yeah, lifting and coasting. Oh, whoopsie. Lifting and coasting has definitely helped out quite a bit in terms of like trying to make my tires to manage. Because we do have to try to make at least 25 laps anyway. That is the plan, is to try to make it 25 laps at least. Without the tires like absolutely being dead. They're probably gonna die anyway because the tire wear is pretty a little bit higher than what I try to normally run with this thing, but I wanted to have more handling with it. Despite having a track where it's like all in straight line speed, we're gonna let Rusty Walls go because we want to get right behind him. We want to get right behind him and just go use his draft to pull us up forward. I mean, 10 laps, still in the top 10. I mean, it's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, my engine's really not going to like the front straightaway. All right, we were perfect there. Didn't go to 9,000 that time. Yeah, it looks like the top 10 run is about to be over. Oh well, 14 laps in is still pretty good for the amount of time I would say be in the top 10 anyway. Not bad, I would say. Still keeping up with the draft. I was doing really well on the tires. These must have just turned yellow because I've been checking every lap the last four laps, and they have not turned yellow until now. So that's you know, a lot better than what I thought it would be in terms of tire management. Honestly, it's a lot better than what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like on lap like 12 or 13, but not like 14 or 15. So we're doing a pretty good job with the tires this time around anyway. I think we might have cracked the code or something. I mean, I forget where we finished the last time at Michigan. It's been quite a while, but still hanging around in P11 though. I mean, we're not falling like a rock to like 30th or whatever like we normally would. So that's really good. But hey, we got another like 10 so amount of laps left to go. I'm trying to push it a little bit more because I want to stay within that draft as long as I possibly can, because we do need the straight line speed around here in Michigan. Trying to stay within that draft, but it don't look like it's going to happen. But hey, 16 laps worth of fuel though. That's really good for your fuel economy of maybe like 63 or whatever. As we lose the draft here. only a fuel economy of like 60 something, and we only make it like 16, 16 laps or whatever. That's great. We can make it basically 32 laps on a full tank of gas if we so want to. But so now a better question is, when do we pit though? So maybe we don't want to pit on lap 25, like the usual halfway. I see some people already on their way in the pits. Yeah, I even saw Mark Martin pit like a few laps ago or whatnot. So now it's Big E versus little E behind me, but little E's like so far back. The Big E is right here. Not sure. I mean, he is our RCR affiliated teammate. I'm not so sure if I want to let him go or whatnot. I mean, he's really quick, but Marlon might be in the way here as well. We were racing against him at one point. We're actually going to let him go here and try to get back with that draft on the corner exit. Try to go slow in, fast out, and just have him tow us. Both Marlon and Earnhardt just tow us down the whole straightaway for the next 4 laps or whatever. I could have probably had a run on him and try to make a pass, but I decided against it. Just want him to just tow me down the straightaway to get away from the other DEI cars. Car's still holding on strong. It's just I'm trying to be a little bit more aggressive so I can stay with Earnhardt as long as I possibly can, because we do have to come down pit road eventually, like really soon actually. At least within the next like 5 laps or so, we're gonna have to bring her in. Yeah, when is Earnhardt and more importantly Steve Park gonna come down pit road? Because that is the car that we really need to finish ahead of, is the 1 car in order to actually get money this race. Joe Nemechek's also nearby as well, so that's nice to see. Yeah, our tires are finally in the red. 26 laps in. I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, we're still running in P11 at the moment. I mean, we got to make sure we come down to the pits. Probably, maybe this lap or the next lap. I would say we definitely have to come on in at some point, though. Or do we want to stretch this as long as we possibly can, because we see the others like nearly not really gaining on us, but we're not pulling away either. Maybe we should try to stay out as long as we possibly can. Yeah, there's a lot of people coming down pit road now. Yeah, I think this lap right here, lap 30, is will come down pit road. Tires are ready to give way. Fuel's almost empty. I mean, I think 30 laps is a good run, especially since I'm more worried about the 1 car having a great run on the second half of this race anymore, or the second set of this race. Yeah, 30 laps like this. Yeah, I'm very happy with what I'm seeing with the setup anyway. I'm gonna have to stop having the suspension being so high, like percentage-wise, and just start focusing maybe a little bit lower as the playthrough goes on. I'm pretty sure that's basically what's been killing me this entire time, as we kept bringing it down pit road. Beautiful scenes there. Oh no, we got held up by Wally Dahlem back there. That's not great. Unfortunate timing there. So we lost a little bit of time already going down pit road. We got Ward Burton sitting in pit road. He's probably getting his service done. All right. Come on, guys. Let's go cook up some steaks here on the pit stops here. Show me the steaks. Ludicrous pit stop. There we go. I like that. That was a very good stop, guys. Very good. We're going to rejoin the track. Unfortunately, a little bit behind Scott Pruitt during the whole merging section here. But 22nd coming out of the pits with a 15-point-something pit stop. Like, that's a second faster than what I was expecting. Great job, guys. All right, so we did pass Steve Park there. I wanted to get through that corner smoothly without saying a word. But now Steve is going to have 1 lap fresher tires than us. That is honestly not great, especially since now we're the leading car up here. There's really nobody in front of us, so maybe we lost like 2 spots during that whole exchange, during that whole pit cycle. I don't see anybody else coming out of pit road, so we're coming out 13th. Hey, top 15 day is still pretty good. But I was hoping for a little bit more, obviously, but if we have a caution like we did in the first race, we could just try to gain so many spots back as much as we can. Who knows? Obviously, coming down pit road, at this stage of the race, again, it wouldn't be worthwhile. But of course, now we have a race on our hands. Make sure we stay ahead of this 1 car in order to actually get some sponsorship money here, because that's what we need. Yeah, we're gonna need a little bit of help with our teammate Joe Nemechek this race, I believe. We're gonna need a little bit of help. I'm not sure whether to let him go, let him tow me the entire way through, or just have him as a blocker. But it looks like we're just gonna have to do with the former option and just let the 33 go by. Bill Elliott's also in the mix as well, so it may not be a top 15 day after all, like I hope it would be. We do need a top 20 day. We do need like the sponsorship objective top 25 day though, of course, which is definitely gonna happen. This race for sure, but trying to make sure we don't kill our tires at this stage of the run, especially since Steve Park has 1 lap fresher tires than us. Normally I'd take that corner at 170 miles an hour, but no, I decided to go at 166. I'm really trying to stay with Joe Nemechek as well. So that's another reason why I'm thinking the draft is the next thing on our list, especially since we really can't afford, we actually really physically cannot even do a downforce update at all. Because it won't let us until we get the drafting update done. So we got to go do that first next time around. I think that's what we need anyway. Is a bit more drafting speed as well. Because we just lost Joe Nemechek like instantly. I didn't think it was actually going to happen. But the man right here is who we're really racing against, is the 1 car. So if we have to get a little physical, then so be it. We need the money, seriously. We're kind of about to be in debt because of poor financial choices. I just been blocking these two for like the last four laps. It was Kenza before, but now it's Scary Terry right behind us as well. I'm mainly more worried about the 1. Like I said, that's who we need to finish ahead of. That's literally who we need to finish ahead of in order to actually make money this race. We actually need to make a little bit of money, especially since we're going to be needing it for our next case of overhauling and repair bills for our engine and chassis, respectively. You know, we got to make sure they're getting ready to get, do time in 2 races or whatever. Yeah, I'm more worried about the next few races. I know Richmond's coming up, which is really good for us, but and that's a jackpot 5 race. Now, unfortunately, we didn't finish in the top 5 at Charlotte in the Coke 600, I don't think. So we're not even eligible for the $1 million bonus. However, though, if we do have a great race in Richmond, there's Talladega. And we've already had a perfect track record at Talladega anyway. So we can actually get the $1 million bonus there. And of course, afterwards, at Daytona 500, as you saw, we had the maximum amount of money gained to start the season with, $3 million total prize money. That sounds pretty good to me. Whoopsie. Our left rear is damaged a little bit because it was a little bit too careless there. Oh well. We could just hold off the 1 car for the next 10 laps. It's no big deal. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. I said we'll be fine. See? Fine. Oh, gosh, he got physical, all right. No caution for that. Are you serious? No caution for that? I mean, I get it. I did block him down there. Oh, God, I don't want to get ran over by the AI. I'm going to get out of the way. Oh, no. So I don't even know if we're even going to get the top 25 now out of all that. No caution for that? Are you serious? That was 90 degrees sideways. I mean, I get it. Steve Park had enough of my bullshit, and I just got sent to the Shadow Realm, but my goodness, man. So now I got to go make sure I finish in the top 25 to actually get some primary sponsor money now. It's not that's not entirely so great. I mean, I even tried to go around as well. It didn't really help us out in that way, shape, or forward. That's a bummer. I costed a day trying to abuse the AI's programming and the way they handled the corner, and Steve Park aggression level was set to like 999 or whatever that point forward, and he's like, nah, I had enough of your bullshit. You kept coming down, and boom. Left rear contact nearly sent me around. Yeah, we just got to hold on to 25th for the next 7 laps or whatever. Well, here come the leaders. I can see that the 2-car Rusty Wallace ready to put us a lap down. He's trying to get that point lead back. I mean, he had a really strong showing in 2000, obviously, but unfortunately, he had like a late season collapse or whatever. It just became down to the 2 Joe Gibbs racing drivers being a 1-2 in the championship anyways. We're not having any love lost with our RCR affiliate teammate of Mike Skinner either. We're not having any love lost at all. 5 laps to go. I'm just waiting to get lapped down so I actually can finish this race a little bit sooner anyway. So it looks like it might be Rusty Walls. Maybe Ricky Rudd as well. Ricky Rudd might have a shot at this too if he wasn't going to get held up by the 2 lap cars here. I won't hold Rusty up because I'm already going to be a lap down. I already know for a fact I'm just too slow compared to the leaders anyway. This legendary difficulty AI is still strong no matter what you do. Still so strong. And Rusty Wallace, he's probably going to take the point lead away from Jeff Burton because I don't even know where he's at, to be honest. Hold on, let's say, whoop-oh. All right, let's take a look where he's at here real quick. All right, he's in 4th, so he won't lose the point lead, I don't think. So because he's having a great, respectable 4th place run. Meanwhile, we're 23rd, trying to hold on to 23rd, I should say, with the next 3 laps anyway. But it probably is going to be Rusty Wallace that's going to win today. Oh, we have a smoker right heading here. It's not all hope is lost. It is Sterling Marlin, so that is a spot. That is indeed a spot. We get to be 22nd now in this race instead of 23rd. Rudd has really no shot to win anymore, unfortunately. But we can let him go, but he's not really having a chance to catch up to Rusty, I think, because this is the last lap of the race coming up for him. White flag is now out. We have to block the 31, of course. We're having no logs lost. I mean, try a little hard out, Ricky Rudd, but I don't think you're going to get him. At least I can actually, say who the actual winner is this time anyway, unless Rusty decides to throw a rod going into turn 3 anyway. And even then he might have enough time to be able to make it across the start-finish line. So it's going to be Rusty Wallace that wins today. We shot ourselves in the foot. We probably should have had a top 20 finish, really. Or even a top 15, really, but we missed out on money with Steve Park, though, trying to fight against him. That's really such a shame. Shooting ourselves in the foot. I like this car setup, too, which really is a shame, and we come home 22nd. I really like this car setup, though. I might use this for the next few races in Michigan.
There weren't very many lead changes.
Well, to be honest, Joe, I'm a little surprised that we didn't have more leaders. Just goes to show that with the right setup and the right strategy, you really can dominate a NASCAR Winston Cup race.
Until next time, everybody, this is Joe Moore along with Barney Hall saying thank you for joining us for today's NASCAR Winston Cup race.
So it is Rusty Wallace getting the win here at Michigan. We thought we had a good race, though, for us. I thought it was a pretty good race, but of course, that's what happens when you shoot yourself in the foot, essentially. I mean, I watched back at the replay, actually, in the race. Yep, I was not giving Steve any room whatsoever at all. So, got my just desserts right then and there, for sure. Thankfully, that was one of the highlights that actually did pop up. It's not like NASCAR Heat 5, I think, where it has, like, a full race replay somewhat, I think. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that was a really good race all around for us anyway. I like the car setup, so I can't wait to see what goes in store for next season anyway. But, who doesn't really need a setup adjustment? This guy. Rusty Wallace ends up winning today, and we'll off to Bristol. Oh, man. Well, we got a decent amount of money still from the other package sponsors anyway, so that's a plus. So Rusty Wallace ends up winning today. He only led 7 laps after Bobby Labonte completely dominated the event early on. He had led 40 laps then and there. Ricky Rudd comes home 2nd. Tony Stewart 4th. Jeff Burton comes home 5th. Johnny Benson 6th. Ward Burton 7th. Dale Jarrett 8th. Earnhardt 9th. And Jeff Gordon 10th. Why can't you get yourself a win, my guy? Oh, Joe Nemechek almost got himself a top 10. So that's really unfortunate there. We failed to finish ahead of Steve Park because of physical altercations that may or may not have been my fault. I still blame the one. No. And our teammate also died too. Kenny Wallace. I have no idea that he had a blown engine or whatnot. That's why I probably didn't see him on the racetrack. So we head to the Sharpie 500 next episode. I can't wait. I can't wait to rumble, and I'm gonna have to play around with the setup a little bit just to see how well we can actually make the car turn and whatnot. Because I want to focus more on handling this race rather than just like I don't know, long run stuff. I don't know. I mean, every time I have to make it so where the tire wears at the very low, it doesn't really stay very well like it should. But we're gonna have to figure that out next episode. And as always, if you like the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. It helps out the channel quite a bit. And as always, we'll see you in the next one at Bristol. Goodbye.